Hey folks! So food is a pretty essential part of life, and just the right amount of it is essential too. Throughout history, there have been a set of rules for what types of food you should eat, called diets, which tell you the right types of food you should eat. These are often bullshit, and if you try them, will lead to an early death. So we're going to talk about some of them today. We're starting the video off strong with a diet you've probably heard of before. The tapeworm diet was a fad diet created in the Victorian era. The main reason for was to lose weight. It not so surprisingly worked really well for that, but there's obvious drawbacks to consuming a living parasite to lose a few calories. Most noticeably was malnutrition, because I don't know if you realize this, but a worm eating most of your food would lead to a deficiency in most of your essential vitamins, while inside your body this worm could reach lengths of several feet. Not good. Nowadays, doctors warn against this, and most people who aren't trash bandits generally try to keep away from this stuff. But there's still a small percentage of people that still try to get their hands on it to lose a few pounds. And to those people, I ask why. You thought the tapeworm diet was the worst of it, didn't you? You really thought it couldn't get worse than a living organism living inside your body, huh? Try 13 of them all at once. That's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but it's possible with the raw food diet. Now, the raw food diet isn't exclusive to just meat, but just unprocessed and uncooked foods such as nuts, seeds, legumes, leafy greens, and fruits, cold-pressed oils, whatever raw butter is, and yeah, raw fucking meat. So no, Timmy, you can't eat pumpkin spice Oreos and Hot Pockets on this diet, just raw meat and unwashed vegetables and fruit. Granted, you shouldn't eat Hot Pockets and pumpkin spice Oreos anyways, but each to their own. Some benefits of this diet, which I don't see the risk in, is improved digestion, potential weight loss, and higher intake in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Negatives to having the Lion King diet as your choice of food are foodborne illnesses, important nutrition deficiencies, and surprisingly, a low calorie and protein intake leading to being underweight. Not that good. The cabbage soup diet was a fad diet introduced in the 1950s, the era where Elvis and Jell-O came from. The original purpose of this diet was to make you lose weight very fast and to keep it going. While it worked great for the first part, after you stopped the diet, you'd most likely gain all the weight back due to your metabolism slowing down so fast and then going back to your shameful eating habits. The bad part about this diet isn't even that it's not effective. It's the fact that it's also extremely unhealthy, as the sodium content in the soup isn't great for your heart, and is low on the nutrients that you actually need that can also lead to fatigue and heart problems. Now, this diet is only supposed to be a short-term, one-week diet, and would be perfectly fine if not made correctly, or used as a long-term substitute for real food. Just start making a will. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about this diet. You just take 5 bites off any meal, but you have to skip breakfast. Oh yeah, and it's pretty bad as it can cause hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar. It can cause that and other nutrition deficiencies. I included this diet because it seemed weird enough to be on this list, and I needed it to include one more to make this 5 long. It's not too interesting as far as food diets go. So what sets this diet apart from the rest is it can actually be healthy in moderation. Now, you're not intended to chug a whole bottle of this stuff. It's more like a dietary eating plan that you're supposed to follow. You don't really got to change much about your diet, but just add a few, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to any meal you eat. Though, if you think you're Billy Badass, like George Gordon Byron thought, you could just douse potatoes in this stuff and then spend more time in the toilet than you did freshman year of college. The reason Byron used his version of this restrictive diet was to lose weight, which is mainly what this diet is used for, as models have been noted for using this diet in the past. Probably not this exact one, but you probably get it. Byron also said he uses this diet to keep his pale and thin appearance, which, if your organs are getting pickled for hours on end, it's probably going to happen. So I'm going to end the video right here. I don't really recommend any of these diets. Just make sure you eat the right stuff for your body and that it doesn't negatively impact your health. And make sure you wear knee pads when you go skateboarding.